Hey guys, we are excited about today. Hey, so today wouldn't be possible without a couple organizations that kind of came together, one being Victory Life Church, Awakened Youth, and FCA. In case you came in, there was an FCA booth at the front. What FCA does is they meet and they gather on your campus, and they do have a schedule of when they do that. So if you're not plugged into any church and you would like to be plugged in and figure out this thing called faith, they do have a schedule so that you can know when and where they meet, at what times and what classrooms, because our hope is that what happens here tonight doesn't just stay here tonight, but that it goes out into the community and that it goes out into your schools. And we also have some other groups that have come today. Let's see, Crosspoint, you in the house? Okay. We have Crosspoint Church, Stillwater Cowboy Church, Northeast Christian Church, Livingstone Church, and I'm sure that there are, there you go. I'm sure that there are some other churches represented in this room, and we are glad that you are here with us today. Hey, if you are a youth student and you are not plugged into a youth group, there are youth groups around this valley that are near you, that are there to help you and to counsel you and to give you wisdom when you need wisdom and to just help you out when life gets tough. And we want to be able to help you get plugged into your local church. If you don't have a church that you are going to, you can always come here. Doors are open, but we want you to be able to find a church that is near you and that can really help you through the life's tough decisions. But I'm pretty sure you guys aren't here to listen to me and talk about that. I'm pretty sure that you guys are here to listen to John Pritikin. And hey, in case you weren't at one of the assemblies and this is the first time that you are hearing about him, John Pritikin flew in from Japan to be here in the Grand Valley to be able to speak to the students of the Grand Valley. And he is a world record breaker. In 2007, he broke it outside of London. And he does feats of strength, but he also shares a message of hope. So why don't we give a big round of applause to John Pritikin.
What's happening? Oh, thanks for coming out today. Hey, guys, what's going on? Man, what a great crowd. Thanks for coming out. Hey, I'm going to blow up a hot water bottle till it explodes. I have to wear these sunglasses to protect my eyes. I was doing this one time at a middle school, and I walked over to the principal. She got her hair all done up like a big old beehive. It was really nice. And the hot water got bigger, and bam, it exploded and knocked her wig off right there in the school. So I've never been back to that school. But I'm going to blow this up to expose. Marcos is going to come back out here. He's going to get you fired up. I have to wear these sunglasses to protect my eyes from the hot water bottle, but I want you guys to go crazy. You guys ready? So come on, let me hear you guys. Give me a countdown from 10.
All right, let's hear it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so he's going to be blowing this up. As he is blowing that up, be careful. It might explode in your face. It's okay all over the place. Hey, if you are in, let's see, if you're in 8th grade, let me hear you. All right, 8th grade's in the house. If you're in 7th grade, let me hear you. If you are a sophomore in high school, where are you at? There you go, sophomores over here. Let's see, if you're a senior, where are you at? All right, let's see. If you're a freshman, come on. If you're, let's see, have we done 6th grade yet? No? 6th grade, where are you at? All right, and if you are a junior in high school, where are you at? All right, be careful. Wow, this thing, I did not think it was going to get that big. Now, I've been told that if the air rushes back in, that it could explode his lungs and my face. But yeah, so as it grows bigger, I step away because, life. But hey, guys, why don't we clap? Let's see if we can't get this going. Oh, man. I did not think those things got that big. Hey, guys. Let's get. Woo. Now, this would be the time to get your phones out. This would be the time to get that Instagram going. Facebook Live. Get that sucker going. Let's cheer him on. Come on. Oh. All right. As that is going, woo, I am afraid to get in here. But hey guys, we are excited about today. How many of you guys saw John at an assembly? Raise your hand. Where you at? Whoa! That sucker flew.
Oh, yeah, you can have that. It's just full of spit. It's kind of gross. Give Marcos a big hand. Thank you. That took forever. Lost my attention. I have attention deficit. I love your shirt. Disorder. Anyways, I got a phone book. I'm gonna rip in half. I was speaking at an elementary school in Sacramento, California, and I asked the principal, "Hey, do you have a phone book for today's assembly?" There was a little girl in the office, and she turns to her mom and goes, "What's a phone book?" These are so hard to find. And so I'm gonna rip this in half, but I need a volunteer. And there was a girl that was out in the lobby. I just talked to her when I went to go use the restroom. And you're like, "I was raising my hand, you never picked me." Where is she at? You had a blue sweatshirt on. I thought I saw you. Are you here? Yeah? No? Okay. Maybe I misunderstood. Okay, let me find someone. Let's see. Yeah, you want to come down here? Yeah, come down here. Yeah. You had a blue sweatshirt on, right? Yeah. Give her a big hand. She comes up here. Yeah, cool. Yeah, coming up here. Yeah, that's you. Yeah, come over here. Hey, what's your name?
Dayola.
Dayola? Okay, what school do you go to?
Fruita Middle.
Fruita Middle. And what grade are you in?
6th.
You're in 6th grade. Okay, I want you to look at the phone book. Make sure it's not been pre-read, pre-cut. One person said, "John, I know how you do it. You put it in the oven, you bake the pages." Is this a real phone book?
Yes.
Has it been put in the oven?
No.
Put paper in the oven, what's gonna happen? It'll burn. Yeah. Paper, fire, burns. Yeah. Good job, Fruita Middle. Okay, so you're gonna give me a countdown from 10 to 0, okay? I'm gonna rip this lengthwise and get everyone fired up, okay? Are you ready?
Yeah.
You're pumped up, right? Okay, so here we go. Give me a countdown from 10. 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Raindrops rolling off my brim. Street lights got the pavement glistening. Touchdown, I fall into your arms, right where I belong. Your everlasting arms. And where would I be?
Yeah, give her a big hand. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. I have a frying pan. So, you guys know I tell everybody I did this for the Guinness Book of World Records. But what I don't always tell people, what my record's for is actually, I had 2, but the one I got my picture in the book is rolling 2 frying pans inside each other and for the tightest roll. I was gonna do that tonight, but we did a TV show today, so I used that frying pan on that. So when I come back, I'll do the double frying pan roll. I actually have a special friend who's gonna help me with this one. He's my buddy. He's in charge of my security and all that stuff. Hunter, would you come up here? Give Hunter a big hand as he comes up here. Hey, buddy, come right here. Now, Hunter, how old are you?
6.
6 years old. Are you married?
No.
All right. Are you too old, or do you like Winnie the Pooh?
No.
You know what Tigger was doing in the bathroom? He was looking for poo. Okay, I'm so sorry I just said that. Okay, so I want to make sure this is real. It's not a fake frying pan or anything like that. I just want you to grab and feel it. Yeah, with your hands. Is it real?
Yes.
Okay, will you give me a countdown from 10? When you say 0, I'm gonna roll it up and break off the handle, okay? But you know why I put you up here, right? You remember we talked on Sunday how special you are and awesome you are? Yep. Okay, so give me a countdown from 10, and thanks for being my friend, okay? So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Raindrops rolling off my brim. Street lights got the pavement glistening. Touchdown, I fall into your arms, right where I belong. Your everlasting arms. And where would I be without you?
Yeah. Give Hunter a big hand. 6 years old and single. Yeah, awesome. All right, I got a couple steel bars. Let me get 3 different people to help me out. Oh, man. I always say, like, this is the hardest thing I have to do is pick people. So maybe I'll pick more than 3. We'll try to get a couple, or more than a couple. Let me get, let's see. Let's get the girl right there in the green shirt right there. Yeah, why don't you come up here? Let's see. Ezekiel? Yeah, why don't you go up here, Ezekiel? And then let's get someone towards the top, because no one in the back gets picked. Let's get the girl with the cap, the beanie on right there. Yeah. And then we got one. Why don't you come stand right here? Let's get one more person. Come over here. Come next to me. Oh my goodness! I was like, what grade are you in? We don't have a high school. I haven't had a high schooler up here. Is there a high schooler? Are you in high school? Okay, I need a high school girl, kind of crazy, full of energy. Maybe get one from. We'll get one from Fruita Monument, one from Junction, one from Caprock. Okay, let's do Caprock. Who's from Caprock? Got my girl right there. Says me right here. Yeah, right there. Let's do Fruita Monument. Oh yeah, my girl. Yeah. And then let's do Junction. Grand Junction. Right? You're from Junction? Yeah. Give them all a big hand. They come up here. We got a whole bunch of people, man. It's like a choir. What's that?
I want to MC this moment.
Oh, you're so funny. This is my show. Okay, all right. What's your name?
Annalise.
Annalise. Okay, Annalise, come stand right here. Annalise, what school do you go to?
Orchard Mesa.
I don't know where that's at. Okay, yeah. Sounds like a beautiful place, though. Yeah, come over here. Yeah, the girl. What's your name?
Jalia.
Jalia, what school do you go to?
Grand Mesa Middle School.
Grand Mesa. Okay, come stand right here. I've never been there either. Okay, you can come right here. And what's your name?
Haley.
Haley, and you go to Caprock, you said? Mm-hmm. Okay, Haley, come stand right here. I totally forgot. I just blanked.
Kaylee.
Kaylee, that's right. Kaylee with the awesome jeans. Okay, come stand right here. And what's your name?
I'm Brianna.
Brianna, and you go to Grand Junction.
Delta.
Delta. Is that a school in Grand Junction?
It's like 40 minutes away, 35 minutes away.
Okay, that's cool. Sounds magical. That's great. Okay, all right. You two grab onto the steel bar with both your hands. Yeah, both your hands. Yeah. So a lot of you guys saw me do this in the schools. For those who didn't, to show you this is a real steel bar, I'm going to take these girls, pick them up in the air, and spin them around. It's kind of like a roller coaster. You know, do you like roller coasters?
No.
Do you?
No.
I don't either, because I don't like roller coasters because I don't fit in them. I just got diagnosed with too much junk in my trunk. It's all about the bass. But my wife got me go on a roller coaster. It's in Northern California where we live. It's called the Tidal Wave. It's this all roller coaster. You shoot straight ahead. You go upside down forwards. You go backwards. Well, I've never been in a roller coaster before in my life. So I sit down in it. I pull the bar across my lap. And the bar's like really loose. There's a lot of play in the bar. And my wife looks at me. She goes, John, you're not strapped in. I think that's pretty important. Being in a roller coaster, you want to be strapped in. So I call the guy that worked at Great America. I go, excuse me, sir, I'm not strapped. We take off on this roller coaster. I'm not strapped in. I promise you this is a true story. I'm holding on as tight as I can go. I'm going forwards. I'm going backwards. We finally come to a complete stop. I look at my wife. Sweat's pouring off my head. I got bruises on my hands and on my legs. I've been holding on so tight. And I look at her and I go, I didn't fall out. And my wife and I, we've been married for 22 years. I mean, it's just like she said this, and only I think my wife can say this to me. She looked at me. She goes, "I was just kidding." But like I said, we've been married for 22 years, and our counselor says we're doing a lot better. All right. Okay. So hold on tight. You guys are gonna give me a countdown from 10, okay? So you stay right here, okay? I'm gonna pick these girls up. You guys ready? So you guys say it all together. Is that right? Okay, so here we go. 10,
9, 8, 7, 4.
3, 2, 1.
Flashback, stepping through the scene.
This man just spun some girls in the air, guys.
Touchdown, you had me at believe. You had me at
Give those two girls a big hand. They're awesome. You're so funny. It was like you're at a golf tournament. He has a 9-iron. He just spun two girls. Okay, you guys come here. Hold that steel bar. Then we got two of them. One on the strongman competition, they bend the bar behind their neck. I can do that. I usually bend it in my teeth like I did in the schools. But there's another way. It's on top of my head. And so I thought tonight I would take a vote and see how you guys want me to do the second bar. I'm going to do one of my teeth, I promise you that. But the second one, you want me to do it behind my neck or on top of my head? So, how's that? Take a vote. How many people want me to do it behind my neck? All right. On top of my head? I don't think I need a recount on that one. Okay. All right. So you guys give me a countdown from 10. Are you ready?
Yes.
You pumped up?
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah.
Am I good looking?
Yeah.
All right. Good job. All right. So you guys give me a countdown from 10. Okay. So here we go. 10.
9,
8.
5,
7.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That's me without you.
There is drool dripping down that, y'all. There is drool. He's killing it.
Me without you. Don't know where I'd be without
Take
you.
that. Take that.
That was like when David slayed Goliath. That was something. That was something. Thank you.
Give them all a big hand. They're awesome. You can keep them. I gave them to you. Yeah, keep it or throw it away when I'm not looking. That's fine with me. You guys are awesome. Yeah. I have one more thing to do. I think I threw my wristband away. I have some baseball bats that I'm gonna break in half. These are some big league bats. These are the real things, and so you guys are so funny. I'm gonna do it in just a moment. You put your hands back down. I'll fix them at the very end. But I do want to say, the people ask me all the time, how did you start breaking baseball bats? And there was two guys that got us to do this in baseball. It was Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco. And when I say that to students, they have no idea who I'm talking about. So I tell them Mark McGuire is a retired baseball player. Jose Canseco is an author. And we're not recording this, are we? But so these big league bats, I'm going to break in just a moment. But before I do that, I know we have some younger ones that are in the room. You never, ever want to bend anything in your mouth, okay? Don't do this at home, dads. But, no, I'm sorry. I don't really want to get hurt tonight, but it is really an honor. I'm going to share with you real quick. I will not be very long. I'm going to break these bats in just a moment. I do want to say this. I know we've been on television, different newscasts, different advertisements. People have said things. You saw me in your school assembly. This is different than my school assembly. I want to let you know up front. I will share a little bit of my faith real quick. If you feel uncomfortable with that, we don't want to feel like they're being manipulated, bait and switch, or anything like that. You can leave if you need to leave. I totally understand that, but I want to let the adults know and the students know who came tonight that I will be doing that right now. I do travel, like I said, all over the world. My family travels with me. But there's one thing I'm really good about that, and I talked about this on Sunday when I spoke at the church here. I make mistakes. I'm always making mistakes. I wear black a lot because it's slimming. No, it's supposed to be. No, I'm always spilling on myself. I'm always doing the wrong thing. But one of the biggest mistakes I made happened a couple years ago in a country called Venezuela. I was invited to speak at a conference for students. And there was like 18,000 students or something like that, and in this big bullfighting arena. And I was with all these really famous Latin singers. They had an entourage of security. They had millions and millions of followers on social media. I mean, they're famous. And there's me at this event. Like, I'm thinking, what in the world am I doing here? Maybe they thought I was the bull. I mean, I had no idea, you know? So it was my turn to speak that day, and I'm backstage in the green room, the room before you take the stage, and I have to go to the bathroom. Have no idea why I went like this. That was super inappropriate, but my last time here. But so I'm backstage, and I have to go use the restroom, and so I walk into the restroom. And when I do, I saw the door was open. So I walk over, and I close the door, and I walk back over to go use the restroom. And as I do, I hear my name being announced from the stage. Let's give a big hand to John Pritikin. But I'm in the bathroom. So I run over to the door. I go to grab the handle of the door. There is no handle. I'm locked in the bathroom. There's these big concrete walls, a metal door. I'm thinking, what am I going to do? So I start banging on the door, yelling for help. I'm like, help, help. Well, no one can hear me because I didn't realize they had this big introduction planned for me. When they announced my name, the band was playing, the people were cheering, and they were shooting fireworks up into the sky. So no one can hear me banging on the bathroom door, yelling for help. So now I'm standing there thinking, I have ruined my career in this country. They're never going to ask me back. So I'm standing there going, what in the world am I going to do? And I'm looking at the door, and I thought, well, the door's metal. Maybe I could bend it. Again, the true story, I'm not making this up. I do want to say it wasn't the thickest door in the world. Like, my daughter probably could have bent this. And so I got my fingers on the top of the door. I put my foot against the wall, and I start bending the door down. And I start yelling for help. Help! Help! You know? No one's coming. And I thought to myself again, I realized something. They don't speak English. They speak Spanish. I don't know many words in Spanish. I know words like moco loco, which means crazy booger, and I have no idea why I know that. Like that's ever gonna help me at Del Taco. But so I'm just standing there again thinking, okay, I don't know what to do. It's in the Andes Mountains. This is a place called Media. And I just begin to sweat. It's cold outside, but I'm sweating. I'm thinking, I just messed everything up. The crowd keeps cheering. They keep yelling my name from the stage. And I had a flashback. When my daughter was really little, every morning, she would get up. She would go and turn on the television, and she would watch a cartoon that taught Spanish to children called Dora the Explorer. And when Dora was in trouble, she would say a word in Spanish, which means help me, like ayúdame or something like that. And like, the only thing I needed some help. You know, I need a rescue pack, swiper, no swiping. I mean, I needed something, you know? So I put my face in the opening of this door. I begin to yell this word out in Spanish. Now, I would like to apologize if there's any Spanish speakers here tonight. I am going to butcher this word. And so I just start screaming. I go, ayúdame, ayúdame, ayúdame. For 10 minutes I did that. Finally, someone heard me. They opened the door. I ran, I took the stage, and I had to tell 18,000 people I was locked in the bathroom. As I wrap up my time tonight, before I break these bricks, and I just want to, break these bats. What I want to say to you tonight is this. Just because I make a mistake doesn't mean I am a mistake. Just because I fail at something in life, it doesn't mean I'm a failure. As Jason comes to the keyboard and we wrap up our time, I just want you to know tonight, we all go through tough times. We all go through times that don't make sense. You're going to have problems in life. But I do want you to know this. There's a God up in heaven who loves you for who you are. You're not an accident and you're not a mistake. But you got to realize how special you are. But we go through these tough times. And it's amazing how we can talk to ourselves. I was speaking at an elementary school in Moon Township, Pennsylvania. It's where the airport sits outside of Pittsburgh. And there was 500 students in this elementary school this day sitting on the ground. And halfway through my assembly, like I did this whole week, I stopped and I said, don't ever believe a lie when someone tells you you're not special. Halfway down on the right-hand side was a 4th grade boy, 10-year-old. He jumped to his feet in the middle of the program. He started yelling at the top of his voice. He had Down syndrome. He goes, I'm special. I'm special. I'm special. I'm special. He starts tapping the students around him going, hey, I'm special. I'm special. Well, the teacher is seeing he's distracting the assembly. She goes, sit down, sit down. He turned to the teacher and goes, but I'm special. He sat down. I finished assembly that day. I wrapped up my time, broke the bat. The principal came up on the stage. I slipped off the stage. I walked down the side of that auditorium. I got to that boy's at. I got down on my knee, and I took my wristband out of my pocket that I had made for me, like this one. I slipped it onto his wrist, and he looked at me. He goes, I'm special. And I said, yes, you are. My message for you and for this valley tonight is from the mouth of a 10-year-old boy in Moon Township, Pennsylvania, and that is, you're special. In schools, I like to tell stories. I always tell a story about a boy who never felt special, like I did this week, about the boy who couldn't talk. Now everybody was me then. Taken out of class, put with other kids who had special needs, and how he was a target at that school. Everybody was just so horrendous to him. Kids would throw garbage at him. He always felt alone. How his parents went through a terrible divorce. How one day, kids invited to play in the game. And he thought it was going to be one of the greatest days of his life. Turned out to be one of the worst. As they chased him around the school, and a boy broke ahead of the pack and tripped him in the hall. How his face hit the ground and blood went everywhere. And all 25 boys, they started laughing at him. But that boy, that day, as the bell rang and everybody went to school, all alone, stood up, crying, shirt soaked in blood. He goes to the hospital to get stitches in his face. As some of you already know, he had to go to a new class, or a typical classroom in 4th grade. But the teacher he got, secretly, she didn't like him. She held him after class, pointed at the boy and said these words, you will never be able to read, write, or talk. You'll never graduate from high school or college. You're a throwaway. Now, I say this a lot, and I don't mean to be redundant today. And for those who saw me in your school, I apologize for sharing this again. But I really want you to know today, you can't believe the lies that people tell you when you're not special. Especially from the people who are supposed to love you. No matter your background, no matter your age, no matter what you faced in life, I am here today to tell you that you are so special. And you can't give up. The boy went to a new school. His mom dropped him off. He gets out of the car. And he grabs his bag. His mom grabs his hand and goes, sweetie, they'll be nice to you. It's a new school. She starts to cry and she goes, I promise. And she watches her only son go to school that day, hoping the best for him. All morning, he doesn't talk to anyone. He goes out to lunch. He sits down, and this older girl stood up. Not knowing him, she yells out loud. She goes, hey, what are you doing? We don't want you to eat lunch with us. You're retarded. Go by yourself. And the whole school laughed. But the boy didn't laugh. He picked up his lunch. He walked through the crowd. He sat under the tree, and he just started to cry because those words, it still hurt him. But listen to me. He doesn't give up. He became a young man. In high school, he wanted to go to college. His grades were terrible. He applied to all these universities. They all said no except for one. One took him in on probation, academic. So he went to this university. He goes to these big classes. He comes back to his room. He sits on his bed, and he just cries because he feels so dumb on the inside. But one last time, he reached down. He finds the strength not to give up. In his second year at that university, he went to the top of his class. He hit the dean's list. He went on to his third and his fourth year, and he graduated. Now, this is what I want to say tonight. I have shared that story in over 40 countries, a lot of different venues to a lot of different people. But the last 3 days, when I've told that story, and I talked about how that little boy how that young man went on, and today how that man is me. The love and acceptance I have felt throughout this valley is something I'll never forget. No matter if your child goes to Fruta or out in Grand Junction, I want to say this to you today. You can be proud of your students in this community. I have met some of the greatest young people I've ever met in my whole entire life. And this is one of the most incredible school districts. The principals I've met are unbelievable. But I want you to know, tough times don't come in my life. Yeah, I've had surgery in my throat. Yeah, I've gone through a lot of therapy to help me talk, but I still stutter. I still have problems with reading and writing. Do I make mistakes? Yeah. But you know what? I'm not a mistake. Do I fail at things? Sure I do. But I'm not a failure. In every school assembly, I was asked this question. John, how did you never give up? What's been the secret? And I want to tell you tonight, I couldn't tell you in the schools. And I'm not here to preach at anyone, but I want you to know, for me, in my life, there was a day I asked Jesus to come into my heart. That day I got up in heaven, saw a little Jewish boy that couldn't read, that couldn't write, that couldn't talk. He loved me, and he accepted me. And the God that did that is the same God that's in this room right now. The love you felt in the schools, it's not my love. It's God's love through me. You are so special. I told the story about my daughter in the schools. I talked about how she's heard me speak a lot. When she was 4 years old, I was speaking at a conference. She sat in the front row. I'm talking about when the teacher was meeting in 4th grade. My little girl stood on top of her chair and yelled out in front of the whole crowd, "It's him, he's talking about himself." I love her. So when she was 5, I decided to take her back to the school I grew up at. I wanted to see what happened in my life story. My daughter's name is Jaden. I said, Jaden, this is the classroom where the teacher told me all those mean things. We walked to the other side of the school, and I said, this is where the boys tripped me, and I was bleeding. And I showed the scar on my chin again. And I took her to the tree outside the school, and I said, this is where Daddy ate lunch by himself every day. In my opinion, as a parent, one of the best parts is when your child's really little, they look at you like you're a hero. But that day, as I took my daughter around the school, I saw her face change, and it killed me. I didn't want her to see me cry. So we're walking back to the car, and I'm looking the other way. And as I'm walking, my hand goes back, and I feel something. It's my daughter. She had grabbed my hand with all her strength. She stopped me from walking. She looked at me. She goes, Daddy? I go, yeah, Jaden. She goes, I'm sorry that happened to you. I said, it's okay. And I picked her up. She gave me a hug. And she said, Daddy? I said, yeah, baby girl. She whispered in my ear, I would have eaten lunch with you. And that touched my heart. I was thinking in my hotel room today that my daughter didn't just say that to her dad, but she said it to that 9-year-old boy who sat underneath that tree every day at school by himself. Today, I want you to know, and again, I'm not here to preach at anyone. The only thing God wants to do is just eat lunch with you. Jesus didn't come to take away your fun. He came to take away your pain. You need to know how much he loves you. And so before I end my time, I'm going to ask a favor. Would you bow your heads and close your eyes all over this room tonight? I just want to say a prayer. Jesus, touch my friends. I pray for every person that's in this room that's been going through a tough time. that has felt like giving up on the gift of life, who has been cutting themselves, who feels tired, who feels overwhelmed, who feels like they just can't go on. They feel like they have no one to talk to. God, I pray the strength you gave to me, you would give it to them right now. And wrap your arms of love around them. And with your heads bowed, your eyes closed, with no one looking, no one moving, I gotta let you know that 2,000 years ago, Jesus was on a cross. Nails didn't hold him on a cross. He's God. He could have came off the cross anytime he wanted to. Love is what held him on the cross. But I believe he looked down the corridors of time to this day. He saw my face. He saw your face. That's why he stayed on that cross. So my question to you is this. God forbid you would go home tonight, take your last breath, and you would die. You're saying, John, I don't know where I would go. But I want this Jesus that changed your life to change mine. Now listen to me. I am not asking you to join a church. I am not asking you to join a religion. I'm just asking if you want to ask Jesus to come into your heart. With your heads bowed, your eyes closed, all over this room, I want you to know how much God loves you. I realize just because you go to church doesn't mean you're a Christian. I mean, I went to McDonald's, I had to become a Big Mac. 2 weeks ago, I went to a donut shop, I didn't become a cop. No, I'm just joking. But tonight, you're saying, John, I want this Jesus to come into my heart. Sir, you will never be the same. Ma'am, he will change your family. To every young person, he loves you for who you are. So I don't want anyone to feel manipulated. I don't want to feel like one's being tricked. But I want to tell you, that's been the key to my success. And tonight you're saying, John, before you break that bat, I would like to ask Jesus to come into my heart. When I count to 3, I'm going to ask for one simple thing. You just put your hand up in the air. Saying, John, include me in your prayer before you break that bat. All over this room, would you put your hand up today if you want to ask Jesus to come into your heart when I count to 3? He loves you. He loves you. 1, 2, 3. Put it up. Wow. That's a lot of hands. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. You can put your hands back down. I'm gonna ask a favor in just one moment. Can I have everyone stand to your feet? Okay, I'm sorry. That was a little bit bigger response than we expected, and so we're trying to figure out what to do. We have something for you. Can I just ask this one more time? I don't mean to embarrass anyone. If you raise your hand tonight and you really meant it, you want to say that prayer with me, and before I break these back, can you just put it up one more time? I just want to make sure I see everybody. Yeah, again, I know I'm not trying to make... All right, that's awesome. Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah, you can put your hands back down. I'm going to say a prayer. Would you say this prayer after me? And I want you to say it from your heart. Now, for those who didn't raise your hand, but you want to say this prayer, maybe you felt embarrassed or whatever, I understand that. You can say this prayer. Jesus went to the cross for you. He can touch you anywhere in this room or in the overflow room, or if you're watching online, you can say this prayer with me. You don't have to jump through hoops for God to touch you. So I want you to say this prayer. It's like A, B, and C. A, you admit you have sin in your life, you've blown it. I've blown it. I made all these mistakes. B, you believe that Jesus died on the cross, he rose again, he is God. And C, we confess it. My prayer doesn't save you, but the motive of your heart does. So say it from your heart tonight. And when everyone else say it, to encourage those who are saying for a first time or maybe a rededication. So everyone repeat these words after me. Everybody go, Dear Jesus, I love you, and I ask you to come into my heart and forgive me of all my sins. Tonight, I make you my God, my Savior, and my friend. In Jesus' name, amen. Now, this is what I want to ask to do. Where's Marcos at? You want to come around, Marcos? He's going to explain something to you. Now, stay right here, because I'm going to break this bat. The band's going to sing a song when they're doing this. If that's cool, we'll do it like that. If you said that prayer and you meant it, we have something we want to give you. So there's people going out to everybody. Is that what we're doing? Yeah. So they're gonna start going out. We want to give you a piece of paper and some other stuff. So can you keep your hand up raised and then put your hand down once you get that piece of paper? We have a whole bunch of people that knows all those people out there. So if you can just do that, the band's gonna sing the song, and then we'll come back and describe what we're gonna do here in just a moment. So as they sing.